Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for an amigurumi veil. Here it is. It looks like this. You can use this one as a keychain or a keyring, or you can simply use this one as a small toy. Now I've got two sizes here. Now for this bigger one, I've used this 3 mm of the hook. Here it is. I've used this 3 mm of the hook, and for this smaller one, I've used this 2 mm of the hook. Remember, the pattern is same. I've just changed the hook size. Today we're going to use this 2 mm of the hook, and we will create this smaller version. But if you want to have a bigger one, you can simply change the hook size and your bigger version will be like this. So it's completely optional, and let's begin. So here it is. As I said, we are going to use this 2 mm of the hook, and now just have your yarn, and I'm going to have a magic ring here. So just create a magic ring here or a magic circle and just grab your yarn, and here it is. And here I'm going to have just a chain one. Now this chain one is not a stitch. I made this chain one only to secure this magic circle. Now here for our round number 1, we will have 6 single crochets into this magic circle. So for that, just insert your hook into this magic circle and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Again, insert your hook into this magic circle and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be your second single crochet. And here we're going to need 6 single crochets for this round number 1. So we already got this 2 single crochets. I'm going to have this 3 single crochet, 4, 5 and 6. Here it is. So got the 6 single crochets for this round number 1. I'm just gonna pull this loose end, and I will tighten up my work, and here it is. My work looks like this. Now for round number 2, we will have 2 single crochets into each stitch. Now here we will start working in a spiral way. So here we will straightway start our second round. So after the 6 single crochets, just go to this first single crochet here like this and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 2. And to remember your first stitch, just simply have this stitch marker here. So here it is. Have this stitch marker here, and I will again go to that same stitch, insert your hook into the same stitch, into this first stitch, and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be your 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. Now for this round number 2, we will have 2 single crochets into each stitch, and by the end of this round number 2, we will have 12 single crochets here. So here it is. I got this 1 and 2. I got this another 2 single crochets on this second stitch. That will make 4 single crochets here. Now I will go to this third stitch, and here I will have another 2 single crochets. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Go to this next stitch and have another 2 single crochets here. So that's 1 and 2. Go to this next one and have another 2 single crochets. So that's 1 and 2. And go to this last single crochet here and have another 2 single crochets here. So that's going to be your 12 single crochets in total. Here it is, like this. So you got this 12 single crochets here. Now for our next round number 3, just take out the stitch marker, go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn and have your 1 single crochet here. Now here you can have the stitch marker back on. This is your first stitch of your round number 3. Now we will go to this next stitch. So just go to this next stitch and insert your hook and have your 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet only. Again, go to this next stitch and have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2 here. And now we will repeat this pattern. So here we will have 1 single crochet, then we will have 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. So keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round, round number 3, we will have 18 single crochets, 1 8. And here it is, at the end of my this round, round number 3, I got my this 18 single crochets. And now for the round number 4, I will take out my this stitch marker. So just take out your stitch marker, go to this first stitch and insert your hook, grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet here only. And now have your this stitch marker back on. And now for this next stitch, simply have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So have your first single crochet here, go to this next stitch and have your this 2 single crochets into this next stitch, and go to this next one and have only 1 single crochet here into this next stitch. So here it is, it's 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets and 1 single crochet. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 4. So again, go to this next stitch, have 1 single crochet only, go to this next stitch and have 2 single crochets here, it's 1 and 2, and go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet only here, like this. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I will meet you at the end here. And by the end of this round, round number 4, we will have 24 single crochets. So again, into this next stitch, have 1 single crochet only, into the stitch after that, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, and into the stitch after that, have 1 single crochet only. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I will meet you at the end of this round, round number 4. And here it is, at the end of my this round, round number 4, I got my this 24 single crochets. And now for the next round, round number 5, take out here the stitch marker, and here for first 3 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So just go to this next stitch, into this first stitch of your round number 4, grab your yarn and have this 1 single crochet here, and that's going to be your first stitch, first single crochet of your round number 5. Have the stitch marker back on, and now here first 3 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, have this first stitch, go to this next one and have this second single crochet, go to this next one and have this third single crochet here, like this. So here it is, have this first 3 stitches, and now go to this 4th stitch, and here we will have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2 here. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 5. So again, first 3 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2 and 3. Go to this next one, into this 4th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2. Here it is. Now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round, round number 5, we will have 30 single crochets here, and I will meet you at the end. And here it is, at the end of my this round, round number 5, I got my this 30 single crochets here. And now for this next round, round number 6, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So simply just take out your the stitch marker, go to this first stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Have your this stitch marker back on. Always remember to have your this stitch marker on every first stitch of your every round, so that you will remember that which round you have been working on and which is your first stitch. So here it is, have your this first stitch here. And now for this round, round number 6, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So just keep on having 1 single crochet on each stitch, and by the end of this round, round number 6, we will have 30 single crochets again. Here it is. And now we will repeat over this round number 6 until our round number 9. So here, keep on having 1 single crochet on each stitch for your this round, round number 6, and for your next 3 rounds. So for your round number 7, 8, and 9, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So just repeat your round number 6 until your round number 9. And for each round, remember you're going to have your 30 single crochets. And do not forget to have your the stitch marker on every first stitch of your every round, so that you will remember that which round you have been working on. So here it is. Simply repeat your this round number 6 until your round number 9, and I will meet you after my round number 9. And here it is. After my round number 9, it looks like this. And now for our round number 10, we will again repeat our round number 6, but we will go up to only 28 stitches here. So here it is. I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker here, and I will go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab your yarn and have one single crochet here. You can have your this stitch marker back on, and now go up to your next 28 stitches. So here it is. We got over this first stitch, go all the way around and go up to your this 28 stitch. So that's going to be your 28 stitch. Remember, we are working on 30 stitches on each round. So we have 30 stitches here. We will have one single crochet on each stitch until our this next 28 stitches. So go up to this 28 stitches, and after that I will tell you what to do on your this last 2 stitches. So here it is. For your this round number 10, just have one single crochet on each stitch for our this first 28 stitches. Here it is. And here it is. I got my this 28 stitches here. So here it is. I got my this last 2 stitches remaining, and now here I will go to this next stitch. So go to this your 29th stitch, insert your hook into this 29th stitch, grab your yarn and have one slip stitch here. So have a slip stitch here, and now we will have chain 5. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So have this chain 5. Now I will turn my chains, and here I will skip my first 2 chains. So it's 1 and 2, and I will go to this third chain. Now here into my this third chain I will have one double crochet. So for that, yarn over and skip your this first 2 chains and go to this third chain, insert your hook into this third chain, grab a yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be your one double crochet. Again, yarn over and go to this next chain into this fourth chain and insert your hook, grab a yarn. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and that's going to be your 1/2 double crochet. Here it is. And now we will go to this last chain. Now this is our chain number 5. Insert your hook, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here like this. Now we will repeat this pattern for this next stitch as well. So here it is. This is our stitch number 29. We will go to this next stitch. This is our stitch number 30, and we will repeat our pattern what we have done on our this stitch number 29. So here it is. Just insert your hook into this next stitch, into this last stitch, stitch number 30, and grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here. Here it is. Have a slip stitch. Again, chain of 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Turn your chains and skip your first 2 chains. Go to this chain number 3 and have one double crochet into this chain number 3 here like this. Grab a yarn and have this one double crochet, yarn over and go to this chain number 4 and have 1/2 double crochet here. So just go to this next chain, grab a yarn over and pull a yarn through all 3 loops, and go to this last chain, insert your hook here and grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here. Here it is like this. And now here I will take out my this stitch marker. So just take out the stitch marker. Now this is your first stitch. Insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn, here it is, and have one slip stitch here like this. And now we will cut our yarn. So here it is. I'm just going to cut my yarn in here and secure your this last stitch. Now we will get the eyes on our this veil. So for that I'm just going to use my this eye hook, but if you don't have this eye hook, you can have any smaller hook, any smaller crochet hook like this, and you can simply insert your hook like this. I will use this eye hook here, and here you got your this 2 tails here. Just insert your hook here like this and simply take out your this hook in the front here and have your this measurement. Here I'm not going to count my stitches, but that's going to be exact same stitches. If you want to count, you can count your stitches, but here it is just like this. Now here I've got my this middle stitch. Now from here I will count 5 stitches. So here it is. I will just count my 5 stitches from here. So this is the stitch. So I will go to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I will insert my this first eye here after my this 5th stitch, so into my this 6th stitch. You can say it into the 6th stitch, and remember this is my raw number or round number 9. So here it is. I will just insert the eyes in here. So that's gonna be the first eye. Here it is, and I will do exactly the same for this second side. So here it is. This is my stitch in here, so I will count 1 2 3 4 and 5 stitches, and I will go just above my this 5th stitch. Here I will go to this round number 9 in here, and I will have my this second eye into this stitch here, like this. You can take out your this hook, we don't need it anymore. Here just gonna have my this close button at the back to secure my this eyes. And now we will change the color of our yarn. So here it is, just have your this eyes here like this, and now we will change the color of our yarn. So now for our next round, round number 11, here it is, we got our this slip stitch here. So here I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this first stitch. Now remember, this is our first stitch. We had our this slip stitch here. So this is our first stitch. So I will again go to this first stitch just after my this stitch number 30. You can find your this first stitch in here, and I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this first stitch. Here it is, and have your this second yarn in here, and I will attach my this second yarn here. Just have a chain 1 to secure your yarn, and now I will insert my hook again into that same stitch, and will grab the yarn, and will have my this first single crochet. Remember, my this first single crochet is a back loop only stitch here, and now onwards we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch for our this round, round number 11, but our all of the stitches will be back loop only single crochets. So again, I will go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this next stitch, into the back loop of your this next stitch, grab a yarn, and have 1 single crochet, back loop only, like this. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this next stitch, into the back loop of your this next stitch, grab a yarn, and have 1 single crochet. Now go up to your stitch number 28. So just go up to this first 28 stitches, and all of your stitches will be 1 single crochet on each stitch, and all of your stitches will be back loop only single crochets. So just have your first 28 stitches, and I will explain what to do on your this last 2 stitches. So just go up to your 28 stitches here, and here it is. We got our this 28 stitches here. Now this is our slip stitch. Remember, we had our this slip stitch. So this is our last stitch, and this is our slip stitch. So I'm going to count this slip stitch as my stitch number 29. Our stitch number 29 is here, actually this one, because we have created our this tail here. So here we had our this slip stitch, and I'm going to count this slip stitch as my stitch number 29, and here I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this slip stitch, and will grab the yarn, and we'll have a stitch number 29 here. So remember, this is our stitch number 29. Now I will turn my this tails, and this is my loose end, so I'm just gonna hide my loose end inside, because anyway we are gonna fill our this veil with our soft tie feeling, so that's gonna be hidden inside. And remember to have your this tails outside here like this. And now I will go into this middle stitch. Now you can find your middle stitch in here. This is our another slip stitch. So I'm just going to insert my hook into my this next stitch in here, into this middle stitch here like this, and will grab the yarn, and will have my stitch number 30 here. So that's going to be my stitch number 30. Here it is. And now this is my first stitch. So here for my next round, round number 12, I will straight away go to this first stitch here, insert your hook into this first stitch here, grab a yarn, and have 1 single crochet. And now again we will start working in a spiral. So here it is, you got your first stitch of your round number 12, and have your the stitch marker back on. And now from here we will start decreasing our stitches. Now here first 3 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, you got your this first stitch, go to this next stitch. Remember, we are working on our this regular stitches here, and have your this one single crochet. Go to this next one, grab yarn and have one single crochet here. So here it is. First 3 stitches, have one single crochet into each stitch, and now for this next 2 stitches we will have our decreased stitch. So for that, just insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch, stitch number 4 here, and yarn over and pull up a loop here like this, and go to this next stitch, stitch number 5. Insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch, stitch number 5 here like this, yarn over and pull up a loop. You're gonna have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and this is your invisible decrease. Here it is, it looks like this. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on our this round number 12. So again, for first 3 stitches, have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2 and 3. Again, next 2 stitches we will have our decreased stitch here. So just insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch and pull up a loop. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch and pull up a loop. Here it is, you're gonna have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and by the end of this round number 12, we will have 24 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end here. And here it is, at the end of my this round number 12, I got my this 24 single crochets, and now I will take out my this stitch marker. Now again we will decrease our stitches here. So for that, first 2 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So just take out your stitch marker, go to this first stitch, grab your yarn and have one single crochet here, have your this stitch marker back on, and go to this next stitch and have one single crochet into this one stitch. Here it is, into the second stitch. And now for next 2 stitches we will decrease our stitches. So we will have one invisible decrease here. So for that, just insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch and pull up a loop. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch and yarn over and pull up a loop. You're gonna have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops here. Again, for next 2 stitches, have one single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, and again next 2 stitches have one invisible decrease here. Here it is. Now keep on repeating this pattern on your this round number 13. So for next 2 stitches, have one single crochet into each stitch, and after that another 2 stitches, have your this invisible decrease. And by the end of this round number 13, we will have 18 single crochets, 1-8, and I will meet you at the end. And here it is. After my round number 13, I got my this 18 single crochets here, and now I will just pull up my this hook, and here it looks like this. Now we will have our this side wings here. So for that, here I will count my this stitches. So I will count my stitches from this eye until my this back tail. So I will count my stitches in here. So here it is. Just count from here. This is the front loop of our round number 10. So just count from here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I got my 9 stitches here, and similarly I'm gonna have 9 stitches on my this second side as well. So here it is. If I will count from here, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Here I got exact stitches here. Now I will go to stitch number 5 here. So I'm just gonna turn my work, and here count your 4 stitches here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will insert my hook into the 5th stitch, into the middle stitch here. So here it is. Just have your this first color here, go to the stitch number 5 into the middle stitch and attach your this first color here like this here. And here I'm just gonna have a chain 1 just to secure my this yarn here like this. And now here I will have 5 single crochets into my this 1 stitch, into this front loop of my this stitch number 5. So here it is. Just insert your hook into this front loop here and grab a yarn and have your this 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here it is. And now I will again insert my hook into that same stitch and will grab the yarn and will have one slip stitch here. So here it is. After your first 5 slip stitches, have your slip stitch into that same stitch here like this and cut your yarn. So I'm just gonna cut my this yarn here and I will secure my this yarn here like this, and I will do exactly the same on my this second side as well. So here again count your this 5 stitches, so it's 1 2 3 4, and I will go to this 5th stitch here into this middle stitch, and I will attach my this yarn in here, and I will have 5 single crochets here and 1 slip stitch, and then I will cut my yarn. So I'm just going to repeat my pattern in here and I will meet you after that. Here it is. I got my this second side wing, and here again I will just cut my yarn and I will secure my this last stitch here. Here it is. And now I'm just going to turn my this work. I will insert my hook in here like this, and I will simply just take my all of this loose ends inside so that I can hide them in here. So just grab your this all of your this yarn and simply just hide them in. Go to the second side as well and hide your this all of this ends. So I'm just going to insert my hook here like this and hide your this all of ends in. So here it is. I got my all of this ends in here, and now we will fill our this veil. So here I've got my this soft toy feeling. It's 100% polyester, and I will simply fill up this one in here. So here it is. Now we will have our round number 14. So for that I will just take out my this stitch marker, and here I will have 1 single crochet into my this first stitch. So simply just have 1 single crochet here and have the stitch marker back on. And now for next 2 stitches we will have invisible decrease. So for that, insert your hook into the front loop of your this next 2 stitches and pull up a loop. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And now we will repeat about this pattern all the way around on our this round number 14. So again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn and have 1 regular single crochet. Go to this next 2 stitches, insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull up a loop. Here you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And here it is. So just repeat your pattern all the way around, and by the end you're going to have your 12 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end. And here it is. I got my this 12 stitches here at the end of my this round number 14. And now for this next round number 15, that's going to be our last round, and here we will have only decrease stitches. So just insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch, into this first stitch, and pull up a loop. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch and pull up a loop. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and that's going to be your first stitch. Now here on your this round number 15, you're going to have 6 stitches. Remember, we are having only decreased stitches here. So just keep on repeating your pattern here, and I will meet you at the end. Here it is at the end of my this round number 15. I got my this 6 stitches, and now we are just gonna cut our yarn here and simply just secure your this last stitch. Now we're gonna need a needle here. So here it is. Just have a needle. You can take out your this stitch marker here, and now I will close my this loop. So here just go into each stitch here. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Go to each stitch and now pull it close. Here it is. It's nice and closed here. You can secure this loop here like this. Here it is. Have a little knot here, and now hide your this end in, and I will meet you after that. So you can have a little knot here just to secure your this yarn. Here it is. And now hide this. And here it is, our cute little whale is ready. Now you can have a loop in here, or you can have a loop somewhere in here, and you can use it as your keychain, or you can simply use this one as your little toy. Here it is, it looks like this here. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.